In this video, I'm going to share with you how I went from feeling completely disconnected from myself, to suppressing my emotions and hiding my voice, to discovering the power of self-expression and how it's been one of the biggest tools in my healing journey. Over the last 5 years, I've been studying and practicing self-expression to heal myself and to connect back to who I truly am as a person. And it's been a journey of opening my heart and expressing myself authentically and as raw as possible. Prior, I was someone who really didn't share much. I wasn't vulnerable. I kept everything inside. And in my 20s, I would go out, numb myself, and I thought I had life all figured out. I was working in corporate at my dream job at Madison Square Garden. I thought I would keep growing up the corporate ladder, but God had other plans for me. So after attending my first Tony Robbins event in 2018, I instantly fell in love with personal growth and finding ways to improve myself whichever way I can. After the event, I shifted out of the sports and entertainment industry to a life and business coach because I wanted something with more life, with more purpose and meaning in my life. During my journey, I really started realizing how suppressed I truly was. I didn't know what self expression even meant because it wasn't really practiced much in my upbringing, and my mind was always on high alert growing up because I was highly sensitive and I was taking in so much from my environment. I was overall a pretty quiet kid. I was very observant and always going with the flow. What I learned is that self expression is a bridge back to your true self. It's a tool for healing that really reconnects yourself to that inner child within you. The one that loved to play, the one that loved to create and imagine and be curious and simply just have fun. And I lost that spark as I got older, trying to fit into different groups of friends. And little did I know, I was becoming more and more disconnected from who I really was. And I've since realized most of us do the same. As a life and business coach, I've coached a few hundred people one on one. And what I realized is that everyone has goals and dreams that we were all working on together. But what people didn't realize is that we were all practicing self expression during our coaching sessions, whether it was role playing hard conversations or conversations to generate new sales, creating a business, or sharing about yourself on social media in a creative way, or speaking your truth, or even learning how to express boundaries. It's all self expression, and it's all a desire that we all unconsciously have but are unaware of. Not expressing oneself and holding back your truth and emotion is the real pandemic. Currently, I've been immersing myself in Pranic Healing, an energy healing system created by Master Cho Kaksui, and I'm currently working on my certification and some case studies. And during my case studies, I'm connecting the dots on how every ailment or physical issue is really 90% emotionally related. That underneath all of this is deep emotional pain, trauma that's both generational and also created by ourselves, that has been built up over time, that is sitting in our body. And our body is always speaking to us and giving us clues. But our society teaches us to suppress and to push through and toughen up or shake things off just to keep going with the flow of how we're supposed to be operating. And the thing is, we all grow up around play and being curious, just like our childlike selves. We are all imaginative and playful and our true selves, and we aren't worried about in those moments being judged or holding ourselves back. The thing is, we then go to school where we're told to sit down, be quiet, pay attention, sit in our desk for 8 hours and learn subjects that most of us aren't even interested in learning. Or we even get molded by different environments and upbringings and learn in those environments it's not safe to be or trust ourselves, that will be judged or rejected. So we learn to push our true selves down and suppress it. Then as adults, we keep playing out this pattern of not wanting to express ourselves. And when we suppress our emotions, that eventually leads to sickness, to disease. And it may at first appear as tight joints or continuous body sensations or neck pain or being in continuous survival mode of fight or flight. Whatever your body, whatever the signs and clues your body is giving you, the emotional residue is building up over time and turns into disease. The big point is we need to find our outlet of self-expression, whatever that is, whether it's creating art or music or using our voice in some creative way. Finding outlets for yourself where you can create something and share it with the world. That is bold self-expression. For me, it has been a journey to discover this, and I'm grateful I have, because it takes some time. It takes people lifetimes, and some people don't even discover it, but it can be done with some practice and embarking on a self-discovery journey. And the beautiful thing is, your self-expression can change and evolve over time. I recently discovered mine a few years ago during the most challenging time of my life, during my dark night of the soul. Learning how to produce music and share my art with the world brought me immense healing for me. And during this pivotal moment of my life, I went from depression to joy. And self-expression can do that. It's growing and it's an evolving practice. And when we put energy into it and focus on developing the skill, I believe it can bring immense joy and purpose into your life. And you can also figure yours out too. We are all artists here, creating and expressing ourselves as we go. If you're wondering where do I start, a few ways are by connecting back to your younger self and thinking about what brought you the most joy. What did you love doing without any effort? And this is a good place to start. Another way that you can currently do is really dive into your passions. What am I passionate about? How can I share more of my passion in a more creative way without focusing on the money? Simply sharing my passion, sharing with inspiration. For me, growing up, it was music. I was always listening to my parents' dance CDs, Michael Jackson, the B-52s, Madonna. Then as I grew older, I got more into electronic music and conscious music. And music is still a huge part of my life. And music to this day is my safe space, and it allows me to feel emotions that I have trouble expressing. Music can do that. It's something for me that reaches the depths of my soul that words aren't able to reach. And if you're still listening and realizing, wow, I think I may be suppressed, then that awareness alone can start you on a self discovery journey to discover your self expression outlet and really heal. This is the thing. You're not alone. Most of us are in this space in some way. What has helped me the most is a combination of breathwork, coaching, and pranic healing to really help clear and make room for what's inside of me. When you clear out energy within yourself, it makes space for new things, new doors to open up and enter your life, and creates a bigger capacity for you to experience more joy, more purpose, more love, more connection. All the things that you really want in life creates more space inside of you to handle the more stressors of life. From my experience, this is the combo to open your heart and to connect back to who you truly are. And all three of those, breathwork, coaching, and pranic healing, still play very important roles in my life. I'm still healing. I'm still learning more about myself. I am not perfect at all. I'm actually using YouTube as a way to practice sharing more of my voice, more of my opinions, because I still have challenge doing it. So this is really a big stretch for me, putting myself out here on a big outlet. Most of my life, I felt my voice was squashed, and after discovering pranic healing recently, I'm learning how it can really fast track your healing, because you can work with everything on an energetic level and cleanse and disintegrate old thought forms, emotions, and traumas that's built up over time without having to sit through talk therapy for years. I can really just go in there. Like one of my mentors always says, it's like going into your system and flushing everything out with the fire hose. And as a highly sensitive person and empath, I know how overwhelming this world can be. We are all seekers, the change makers, but we often endure the most because we feel so deeply. And if you don't realize this about yourself, I encourage you to go within. There's nothing wrong with you. All of us go through this at some point of our lives. It's just a matter of choosing if you want to do the work on yourself or let your past dictate your life moving forward. And if you're realizing this about yourself and want to make a change and want to release the past so that you can experience more joy, I recommend working with a practitioner in a supportive space who can really help guide you and create that safe space needed to create transformation and to release and let go so that you could really make room and open up your heart and welcome in more beauty, more love, more joy, and peace to enter in.